Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by Living To Do's review of Clipped, the TV series, mini-series about the Los Angeles Clippers and the scandalous time they had starting in 2013 with Donald Sterling, based on true events. So before I get started with this review, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance. This episode is called Let the Games Begin. It's episode 3. In this episode, the tape of Donald Sterling talking to his girlfriend V about how he doesn't like black people and doesn't want them coming to his games. It's around the world now. Everyone's looking to Doc to speak about this. The people in the organization, there's certain people in the organization, which is crazy. Don't they have a publicist for this? The NBA commissioner, Adam Silvers, he calls Doc. Doc wants to know what kind of penalties will Sterling get. They didn't go into much detail over that phone conversation. The fact that they just made contact. The fact that you're calling him. The fact you should be doing something and let him know what you're going to do. That's what it should be. I just don't think Doc is the person that everybody should be looking to. I see the players doing that, but the front office and all this and that, and I see the media because I don't know anybody else, but somebody needs to get, this is a major franchise. Get somebody like Olivia Pope. Get somebody like that on it and work it out. They just seem to be at a standstill. Or it appears to be anyway. The team, the players, the Clippers are headed to the Bay Area to play against the Warriors. It's game 4 of the first round of the playoffs, and the Clippers were up 3-2? No, it couldn't have been 3-2, but they're up as far as winning in the series. But the team gets up there. They hear that the TMZ is booking rooms because they want to get, somebody's response. And which is really interesting. One of the real life guys that was on TMZ at the time, I think it's Mike Walters, he's outside of Doc's room wanting to get a comment. I don't know how true that is, but I know he used to work at TMZ. I think he's gone now.
Doc, Mike Walters from TMZ. Are you guys...
But they got him to play himself in this TV show. I thought that was interesting. Also, the NBA lawyers are talking to V. They want to know more information about the tape. And Shelly's also talking to people, looks like the NBA lawyers, in San Francisco while she's up at the game. And when Shelly speaks to the NBA lawyers, she alludes to V being on drugs and that V drugged Sterling, and that's what made him say all those terrible things. Interesting how they always create a false narrative, and oftentimes people run with it. Plant the seed and watch it grow. V was not on drugs. I mean, she acts dopey, but I don't think she was on drugs. And Sterling was on drugs maybe for his foot medication, but not real hard drugs that alter his way of thinking. But she wants to put that seed out there to make it look like it's all her doing, V's doing, and her husband is innocent. And the way Shelly was talking to the NBA players, it was like the common man talking to the HR department when you have an issue. HR, they're only there to protect the corporation, not you. Facts. Anyway, Doc gets with the players, and the players don't want to play. They feel owned. Have you ever felt owned? It's a terrible feeling. And these people making all this money have to go out in front of these, the public and play ball like nothing's wrong. Like they're not slaves, and this is their slave job to do. So when they get around they get to talking the group, the players, and Doc, and Matt Barnes, Dro from Insecure, doing a lot of talking about what he wants to do about the situation. DeAndre, now he surprised me. If this is how the real DeAndre is, he seems real studious, always reading books. I never saw DeAndre like that because I don't know him personally, but he just seems like a clowning around on the court with the braids and all this and that. He doesn't seem studious, but they always have him reading books, has this little pet animal on his shoulder, and he wants to do something. He wants to protest. This is affecting him. He's really hurt by this. Now, CP3, he's almost in tears, and that's Chris Paul. He wants a ring, though. He really wants a ring. He's almost in tears about this. And this situation happened, over 10 years ago? And unfortunately, in 2024, Chris Paul still doesn't have a ring. Hopefully he'll get one next year with the Warriors. I hope. Speaking of the Warriors, they get word from Curry, Steph Curry, that is, on the Warriors, that he wants to do something too. He's willing to protest not to play or anything like that. So it's nice to see that Steph, who's an absolutely wonderful, great man, is standing with the Clippers as well on this. So we see that the paparazzi's outside of V's house. Oh, she's loving it. She loves the attention. She's even hired a staff. Like she's important. And she goes out to the paparazzi in her visor and her roller skates. I still don't know what the significance of those roller skates are. I hope they get into that. Even another time she goes out at night. Paparazzis are at her house, seems like around the clock. And she walks her turtle. She puts him on the grass. Again, outside at night with her visor. I wish they get into this a little bit more. V, she's really in her head. She really thinks she's bigger than she is. She has a spat with her black friend. Her black friend doesn't agree with some of the things she's doing and saying. And V, when she talks back to her friend, she just says some things to this girl that are unforgivable. And it seems like her friend just walked out of her life. The way they had her walking out, slow motion with that music, I don't know what that means. Is she's going to come back in a different way, or did V, she just messed up a good friendship there. She did say that, she did tell her friend that she didn't release the tapes, the audio tape. So who did then? Okay, so we have the players. They're arriving at the, I guess it was Oracle at the time, the stadium, arena to play basketball. Of course, they're on the game, the team bus. And they arrive and there's angry crowds out there. And Doc tells them just go on to the locker room. He'll handle the crowd. He'll have something to say to them. So he sits down on the bus to try to meditate, and somebody from the organization hands him a phone, and it's President Obama calling. Now, I don't know what was said. We just know that he made a call to Doc before the game 4. I wonder what he said. Andy, who works for Sterling, is on the phone with Doc, and Doc is telling him, he's telling Doc that they're on their way to the game. Doc is saying, don't come to the game. Do not show up here. Turn around now. And he also says about safety, it's not safe. I wonder if that was really it, or that was just something to say to make this guy in Sterling think, maybe it's the waters are too rough right now. Why don't we just turn around? So they do turn around and they go back to their hotel. Players are very upset. They don't know what to do, but we see what they did decide on as a team is their team warm-up shirts. They put them on inside out, I guess, as a way to protest. So that was their way of saying something without having to vocally say something. And Shelly, she manages to get to the game, Sterling's wife, and they're telling her that she won't get the courtside seats because, first of all, it puts a lot of attention on her. The cameras are always going to be in on her. And I don't understand. This woman is near 80. Why are you sitting courtside? That could be dangerous. So she sits up in the stands with the common folk. And I think she drops her water or something. A little black girl, hands it back to her. And Shelly sees that she's wearing Blake Griffin's jersey. And she goes, "Oh, you like Blake Griffin? I know him personally. I can take you to meet him." The little girl's excited about this. So somebody recognizes her in the stands and points her out, saying she's the one married to that racist guy. And, oh boy, you were better off in a suite. For your safety. I don't know why someone didn't think like that. But you're going to get it from all sides. But see how she threw little crumbs to this little girl, which is a big deal in this little girl's life, to meet an NBA player of that caliber, and that's a big deal or whatnot. But it's nothing for this lady, and to smooth things over with the black people, that's what she's going to do. So the Clippers, they lose the game. And Shelly thinks it's a good idea to be on the team bus back to the hotel when the players get on to greet them. Woman, read the room. No one wants to be around you. And here she is, sitting on the team bus, patting the seat, like wanting one of the players to sit next to her. Oh, my God, girl. She doesn't get it. Back at V's house, they're watching the game, and V's foster son, David, tells V that the team messed up because of your tape. Even the kids know. It's a shame. So we see V listening to more audio tapes. We hear her and Sterling talking, and Sterling is telling her that she doesn't look black. He's also questioning her what she's putting on her face. Is she putting something on her face to make her look white? We see her going to the dermatologist, and that's where she first saw that visor. So I don't know if she's doing some skin lightening treatment. She has a complex of being black. Really, really weird. I don't understand her. She claims she's not black. She's putting this skin lightener on her face and this visor probably to protect her from the sun. And also, it's weird that she's adopting 2 black kids. That doesn't make any sense to me. Don't give those kids a complex. I think she's really trying to be like the Kardashians, be the change you want to see. I don't like even talking about those people. And she wants to be like them, maybe even look like them, even have the black accessory children. It's just really weird. You're not black, but you're adopting black kids. I don't know what to make of that. But that was it for this particular episode. Thank you for staying with me to the end. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance. And if you like shows like this, I also did Winning Time about the Los Angeles Lakers. Both seasons I reviewed that. Please check out my channel for that. But that's it for now. I gotta go because I got living to do. Bye.